Welcome to Whispers of the Web, where the hidden gems of the web come to life. Join us as we unravel the most fascinating tales, secrets, and discussions from across the web. Every whisper has a story. If you enjoy our journey through the whispers of the web, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the intrigue. Story number 1. Would I be the a-hole if I break up with my girlfriend over her weight? I, 28 male, am 6 foot 5 inches and 200 pounds, and go to the gym 3 times a week and go for jogs daily. I met my girlfriend, 24, at the gym about 2 years ago. She's smaller and was thin at the time. She was cute and funny, and we hit it off really well. Almost a year ago we decided to move in together, and I noticed then she had gained a couple pounds, but didn't think anything of it. Ever since then, she has consistently put on more and more weight, easily 60 plus pounds now. Of course, she no longer works out either. I find her eating habits and appearance gross now. The thin girl I was so attracted to has been replaced by an insatiable eater. She eats bags of candy and wants fast food for every meal. The apartment we are renting, lease is ending in April. She has been hinting at wanting to get married, but I'm thinking of cutting her and the apartment free at lease end. So my question is, would I be the a-hole if I dump my girlfriend because she has gained so much weight that I'm no longer attracted to her? Edit. I can't keep up with all the replies, but I'm going to talk to her tomorrow about, well, everything. Maybe she is depressed. That's what a lot of people are suggesting. A lot of you are right. It's not fair of me to keep this all to myself and just drop a nuke when the lease is up. Hopefully she will understand where I'm coming from and I'll be able to have more answers than questions. I hope the two of you are able to enjoy shared interests again, and she is able to open up to you regarding her weight struggles and feelings. I know that people change and their interests and desires can change with them. Hopefully she is simply struggling with depression and the two of you are able to figure out how to best support her. From my personal beliefs, you would be the a-hole if you didn't at least try to talk to her first. I wish you all the best. Story number 2. Would I be the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend after reading messages between him and his female friend? Me, 21 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, had a few too many drinks watching the game one night. I went to bed before him, and he fell asleep on the couch. It's not uncommon for one of us to sleep on the couch to give the other space once in a while. A couple days ago, he went outside for a few minutes with one of his friends, 35 male, and I got curious about a conversation I briefly caught a glimpse of between my boyfriend and the female friend. I opened his phone and was scrolling through their messages, not really sure exactly what I was looking for, and a message from her, from the night we were drinking, caught my eye. "You have a girl?" I ended up taking pictures of the messages on my phone. Needless to say, my heart dropped into my stomach and I had to see what that was about. What I saw was messages from my boyfriend saying he's going to take care of her financially, and he wishes she had gotten with him instead of her ex. But now he lives in a different state, with me. I asked him to leave for a few days so I can think about what I want to do, and we didn't talk for almost 2 days. Finally, I sent him the picture I had with the worst of the messages, and now he's begging me not to break up with him, and saying he would never cheat on me. But in my mind, our trust and bond are already broken, and I'm not sure if we can come back from this. I know it's not the worst form of cheating, but this is something I would never do to him, and also something I know he would be upset about if I did. Sorry this is so long, but I will take any advice and outside perspectives I can get. Thank you. I would also like to add that neither of us has ever gone through the other's phones, but his is never password protected and he has his fingerprint in mine. I have never suspected him of cheating until this instance, but now I'm afraid this might not be the only woman I need to worry about. Knowing that he would be upset if the tables were turned and he still pursued this woman, I would say your relationship is already over. I don't think there would be any logical reason for him to financially support another woman if he wasn't involved with her, and that would be all I need to know. You would not be the a-hole if you broke up with him for this. I am so sorry you're going through this, but I know you will be able to find someone much better for you. Story number 3. Would I be the a-hole if I took my kids out of school a week early even though my wife disagrees? I, 43 male, have 2 kids, 15 female and 14 male, sophomore and freshman. This school year, they've been making some really good grades, 3.7 plus, and even juggling sports and or clubs with that as well. I acknowledge that high school is difficult, between academics and social lives and athletics and hobbies. Over spring break, April 1st to the 5th, my wife and I were planning to go on a 5 to 7 day trip with our kids to Vegas because, well, we don't have anything else to do. I told my kids about it, and they seemed pretty happy for a getaway and a break. On Saturday, my wife and I were looking at hotel bookings, and I brought up the idea of leaving on Good Friday, 29th of March, and come back a week later on the 5th. I also added that they could probably stay home on Thursday just to relax as well. This is the part where my wife's face made the sound of a 1997 Windows PC shutting down. She is very, "You go to school unless you're sick." She's not a mental health day person. The idea of missing school Thursday and Friday, our potential bookings were about 6 a.m., was a huge no-no. She just began to ask me why they needed to skip that day, with my reasoning being mostly 1. Kids need a break, and 2. These same kids have missed only 1 day so far, and also 3. They're good kids, why not reward them? Even after a lot of talking, she still won't budge. I've been thinking that maybe I could have them take the 1 day off anyways, but I'm asking here to see if I would be wrong before I do anything that could be seen as dumb. Am I the a-hole? We'll provide extra needed info in comments. I believe you would be the a-hole to undermine a decision that you both need to be on board with that she is clearly not. Going against your wife's wishes to pull the kids out of school early for a vacation that they are already going to have is not the way to go. They are already going on vacation, that's plenty for them. Please do not undermine your wife. Story number 4. Am I wrong for embarrassing a woman on a WhatsApp group for hitting on my boyfriend? I'm on a WhatsApp group with my boyfriend, this woman called Megan, and some other guys. We all met at a party for the first time, and she created this group for meetups at the pub quiz. At that particular party, she didn't exchange phone numbers with my boyfriend, but told a guy who had his number to add him, and then my boyfriend added me and the other guys. She was already hitting on him at the party, I thought, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt. My boyfriend did nothing inappropriate, and at first he thought maybe she didn't know we were a couple, but I told him that she did because she was complimenting him even when talking to me for the first time. "Your boyfriend is so good," etc. He said that even if he found her lame, he could not uninvite her even if he's the organizer because she created the group. She didn't even save my number to her phone. No idea if she's talking to my boyfriend in private. We were at the pub quiz last night, and she was all over him. Never touchy, but giving him compliments about his skills and physical appearance, talking about her upcoming Botox procedure, being generally very friendly. But you could tell she wasn't like that with other guys. Both my boyfriend and I ignore her. He is very friendly, and he was as friendly with her as he was with the others, and that's it. When we get home, I post the bill on the WhatsApp group because I paid and they needed to give me the money back. Megan says she shouldn't have ordered a second beer because she was so drunk, and only talked to my boyfriend about work instead of having an interesting conversation. Or that maybe next time we should all get drunk. My boyfriend and I are sober and everyone knows that. I told her it's fine, I have enough interesting conversations with my boyfriend to compensate for the topics she discusses. She asked me why don't I want to drink, and I said, "So that I don't make a fool out of myself hitting on taken guys." Now the group went silent, and my boyfriend is a bit sad that the dynamic of our pub quiz group might change. It sounds like the dynamic of your group needed to change. Many people worry about change in a group of friends, but often there is someone or a couple that need to be called out at some point. In my opinion, you were not super harsh, so I wouldn't exactly call you the a-hole, but there are classier ways to call people out. Not saying I would have done any differently though. Story number 5. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my fiance just because he is dumb? I, 25 female, grew up in a pretty strict Asian household where academics were everything. I have 2 Bachelor of Science degrees and a master's, all from the most prestigious colleges. The only activity I was allowed as a kid was piano and fencing, since they would look good on a college application. So when I met my ex through mutuals, it was like a whole new world for me. He was so much fun, an extrovert who let his intrusive thoughts win kind of guy. Being with him was an escape from reality to me. We would always try and explore different places, activities, food, and so on. To conclude, he was the complete opposite as me, which I was attracted to. After a year of dating, he asked me to marry him during a surprise engagement party where he invited around 50 people, all his friends. Well, in the heat of the moment, and everyone shouting, I said yes. When I recollected and organized my thoughts about how I feel about living with him, I just couldn't imagine it. I work at a multinational corporation and have a high-paying job, which in return causes a lot of pressure and work stress. When I try to talk to him about my day and work, he is always so disinterested and thinks I am boasting about my job. A random instance I remember is when I was talking about the gas prices increasing because of Ukraine, to which he followed up asking, "Who is Ukraine?" I like having conversations about current events, politics, or even a book I just finished reading, but he has absolutely no interest, or even tries to gain knowledge about anything. I also realized we never really had any real conversation, except for gossiping about people, I suppose. Well, I told my fiance about how I don't see myself spending the rest of my life with someone I can't hold normal conversations with. We broke up. It was pretty peaceful. Or so I thought. The next day he brought all his friends to trash my place, curse at me, saying I always look down on him, and that I am an a-hole for leaving him because I think he is dumb. So am I? I don't think you're the a-hole here. It sounds like he was someone fun and new to date for you, but not someone you wanted to spend your life with. It doesn't actually sound like you have anything in common either, so that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen if you didn't break it off. He is absolutely the a-hole for his enormous reaction and involving other people in the destruction. Thank you for joining us for today's journey through the whispers of the web. Share your thoughts and suggestions for our next adventure. If you're not yet a part of our whispering community, click the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications to never miss out on another story. Join us next time as we uncover another enthralling tale from the web. Until our next whisper.